Hey, welcome back to my channel, guys. So this is just going to be basically a voiceover today, taking you through my journey to get ready to go to Bermuda on a cruise. So we're just flying through the air. We decided to take Southwest this time. The only thing with Southwest is that they do not fly from the airport that is near me, so that was quite a bit of a journey getting there. Really expensive Uber ride, but we made it. And there we are. Welcome to go to Philadelphia is where the port is for Norwegian. And as you can see, there is a ridiculously long process that we did not know. Look at that. Look at all those people, guys. There were thousands of people lined up. Literally. It was literally like an never-ending line. We did not expect this to happen. So basically what happened is Norwegian is so greedy for money that they are building, not completed, building this port in Philadelphia to take people to Bermuda in. So everyone's excited, not knowing that as soon as we pull up to Philadelphia, you have to check in at the Clarion Hotel. There is no way to go straight to the port. And as you can see, there's people everywhere. There's no way to avoid this. If you pull up straight to the port with your Uber, they will turn you around. They make you go through this hotel, and it was just a complete nightmare. I mean, there were people everywhere. People were tired. People were hungry. People didn't have enough snacks. Typically, the embarkation is a breeze. It's a literal breeze, but this was a complete nightmare. I mean, there were countless numbers of people everywhere. People were tired. People were complaining, of course. And we just knew that when we actually got on the boat that, oh yeah, we know that Norwegian is going to do something about this, what's going on. So apparently they had ordered several buses that didn't show up. So there were buses taking people from the Clarion Hotel to the cruise port. And oh my gosh, it was just, I couldn't get over it. I mean, I could not get over it. You know that all the surveys, a lot of people said that they were never going to come back to the Norwegian, including myself. And it didn't get much better. I mean, we were just knowing that once we got checked in, that Norwegian was going to do something to make us feel better, give us some great, compensation, only to get through this whole process, and Norwegian only offered us a $50 credit. Like literally, and it was a $100 credit per state room, and it was 2 people in my room, so it was 50 each. So I'm assuming if you're just by yourself, it would have been $100 all for yourself. I don't know. But yeah, it was a mess. Welcome back, guys. Really quickly, just showing y'all the room. We just checked in. I will give you the update on the terrible process coming out of Philly going to Bermuda. But these are our beds. I have a partner with me this time, so I won't be alone. That's me. Hi. So let me let y'all see the room real quick. We're tired and hungry and stuff like that, so I'm not going to make too long of a video, but just showing you the room. Here is the closet little area. I tried to do this with my GoPro, but I just ran out of space, so I got to transfer. We got some stuff in here. And let y'all see the bathroom. I do actually kind of like this bathroom because there is a no shower curtain, so you don't have to worry about the shower touching you while you're in the shower. That's really annoying. But anyways, the girl is waiting outside because I told her I'm gonna do this video real quick. And then down here is your what is it? The refrigerator and everything. I wiped everything down with my little Lysol wipes. And yeah, these are our beds. It looks very clean in here, so we'll see everything, and I'll do a better video another time, but just giving y'all a rough update of we checked in, everything's fine now, and we're probably gonna get something to eat. But yeah, I'll update you in a little bit. So yes, back to the voiceover. That is my first meal. We put everything down. We got checked in, got showered up, got some pizza, burger, fries, cauliflower. All that was a 10 out of 10. And they have my favorite type of ice. It's nice and soft, a little bitty blocks. I don't even know when I became obsessed with chewing on ice. It happened about 2 or 3 months ago, but I've been obsessed ever since. So you already know I was having ice on deck like every single day. This is O'Shannon's. This place is going to be open from really late, like 11 p.m. to like 4 a.m. As you can see, that's the breakfast menu. And you know we were big bags all the way. So I had the English breakfast, which included the mushrooms, the tomato, the little side of beans that you see, the breakfast potatoes, and an egg sandwich and oatmeal.
Right here.
So yeah.
We have number 14.
This is, I had to
14,
turn off the music
right
on this
there,
part
on the
because it was
veterans.
copyright or whatever.
13,
But this was like a little pool activity.
It's okay.
This was called the
This is not
Sexy
for
Legs, which is
everybody.
something that if
Not
you go on
everybody has
cruises,
the guts.
you are going to see this on the activity list on almost every cruise that you go on. Every cruise that I've personally been on, except for Virgin Voyages, had the Sexy Legs contest. So yes, as you can see, they're just having to go and dance in front of people and show off their little sexy legs. I will say that with this particular cruise, they weren't really just doing that much. Like, they weren't really doing that much. A lot of the guys, I don't know if they were shy or what, but they weren't really getting down like some of the other contestants I've seen on other cruises. So, hey, I don't know if they were shy or what, but yeah. So, this next guy that's about to come up, he was probably the one that did the best. As you can see, he's dancing around, and obviously you can't hear the music, but he did the best to me as far as like not being shy and actually dancing. A lot of them were just coming in the center and just hopping around and not really doing much, but he was actually trying to show off his body, show off his dance moves and whatnot. A lot of them were just kind of coming down there, and so I don't know if somebody see this and it's their dad. Hey, you know, he's on camera. So, but as you can see, he just standing up. Don't really know what he's doing actually. But yeah, those are some animals from the hotel clerk. That is my tan. Have y'all did y'all see that? Let me go backwards. That tan was deep, and I actually still have it. This is me all dressed up, getting ready to go to Chin Chin, which is one of the specialty restaurants. Just so you guys know, on the cruise, the specialty restaurants are, I think, $50 a person. Totally worth it. I didn't technically pay for it because we had a voucher in my room. Technically, it was a voucher in my room on accident to 2 specialty restaurants and a bottle of wine and free laundry service, which I'll get into that another time. But yeah, so they gave me hell about accidentally putting it in my room. But you know, I used it because I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to have it. But anyways, that is the menu. I went with the black pepper beef and broccoli. And that is the wine choice that the lady gave to us. I like my wine to be a little dry but sweet and not too crazy. And I don't know if you can really see the name of that wine, but let me just say I would recommend. It was very delicious. Like, I mean, it was absolutely delicious. And then the girl that I was with is so funny. She said that she don't like dry wine, but she definitely guzzled that one down. But there's our food coming out. There's my rainbow roll. You know I had to have the sushi. Yes, sir. Rainbow roll coming right up. And I also got a crispy salmon roll as well. It came out later. But there's my beef and broccoli. I think she ordered the chicken something. But there's my my other sushi to the left. And I also had egg or vegetable fried rice back there. Is closer to her plate. But the food was a 10 out of 10. I like my steak medium rare. So I like my steak to be red or whatever. But I would definitely recommend the Chin Chin restaurant. It was delish. This is a little bit of the night sky. Beautiful skies, as you can see. Beautiful pictures. We arrived in Bermuda bright and early. I will say that Bermuda was a bit boring for me. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but there's a beautiful ship. But there's us just walking around Bermuda. Don't get me wrong. It was things to do, and it would be fun if you've never been anywhere before. But because y'all know I've been all over the world, Bermuda just didn't have much to offer. Like, they really didn't. Like, we went to the beach, which we thought was free, but ended up being $20. So we just enjoyed our day at the beach. I love going to the beach, so it worked out for us, but it wasn't a whole lot to do in Bermuda. The tourism is pretty low now. I don't know if it's because after the pandemic or what, because a lot of tourism in a lot of places hasn't picked up yet. But yeah, it actually was very low. I mean, like it was me and a few other people at the beach, as you can see. It wasn't really a whole lot of people there. Royal Caribbean was another ship that docked there, and even then, it just wasn't like super crowded. But overall, we had a good beach day. I had a good swim. Anytime I can get in the ocean water and just swim, I love it. Got to snorkel a little bit. Didn't really see much down there, but yeah, that was our beach day. But it wasn't too bad. That's when I got my super dark tan that y'all. Yeah, we finally made it back, and there's just some more animals. I think it was the elephant. This is Oceanan's. This was the pretzel balls. Very delicious. Let me give you a little side note though. If you come very late sometimes to Oceanans, sometimes the food is not fresh because the first couple of days it was delicious. But the last few days of the cruise, they gave me cold balls. That sounds funny. Cold pretzel balls, and it was nasty. It was nasty because you can tell that it had been sitting out. It had been sitting out all day long. It was just ice cold. I also got some French fries one time, and everything just tastes very stale, like it was literally just sitting on the counter all day long. I can't even believe that he served that to me. Like seriously, he knew that was trash. So just be careful whenever you order from this place sometime. I did get a salad. That was the Cobb salad. I did remove the bacon and the ham because I don't eat pork, but it was pretty good. There are some desserts. She got the cheesecake. It was okay. I didn't like hers. She didn't like it either. Now there's my carrot cake. Now let me just tell you, I do not like carrot cake, but this was a carrot cake with cream cheese filling and icing. That was absolutely delicious. That's a 10 out of 10. I recommend. That was good. I think I had that a couple of days. That was me just exploring the ship. That was like actually showing the dimensions of the ship of where we are. So if you look at that right screen, it just kind of shows where we are. I don't know. It was pretty cool to look at, even though I didn't really know what I was looking at, but it just seemed really cool. And that's just some more pictures from around the ship. The Royal Naval Dockyard, Bermuda. That's just where we had left, I think. Or maybe, yeah, that's when we had left. So yeah, just a couple other things around the ship. We were just kind of hanging around, and the next day we got ready to go to breakfast again. And of course we went back to Oceanan's for breakfast. We didn't even go to the breakfast buffet, I think, but once. But there was my big back breakfast again. I got some French toast, a bagel with cream cheese, some hot tea with honey, a breakfast sandwich, some potatoes, a little piece of tomato. Yes, everything that day I think was pretty good. There's a couple of days that it wasn't good. People were complaining, but that particular day I think it was pretty good. Then we just went back to our room. As you can see, another animal, another towel animal. Now this one I don't really know. She said it was a dinosaur. I guess. I don't really know what that is. Y'all tell me, what do you think that is? I wasn't really sure. But yeah, we just ended up getting ready to go to the jacuzzi, hang out for a little bit, relax. Keep in mind on this itinerary, you go to your main highlight very early on. So, I mean, we literally went to Bermuda the second day, and then the rest of the 5 days was just cruising. All right, so we're getting ready to go to the next specialty restaurant that was included in my room package on accident. But I'm all dressed up. We got dressed up to go to Moderno. Moderno was the Brazilian steakhouse, which that was my first time going to Brazilian steakhouse. So you guys may be familiar with how it works, but you go and get your salad and everything, and then you turn your little card over for them to bring your meat and as much meat as you want. I'm not a big meat eater, so I didn't really I enjoyed it. Lamb was probably my favorite. The lamb was absolutely delicious. But they didn't come around that much for the lamb. It was always just like pork and chicken, which I don't eat. But yeah, that was us getting ready to head out to the Moderno. As you can see, we made it in. We enjoyed every bit of it. It was so good. We got our salad first, and then we got ready to sit down and enjoy our meal. I mean, it was definitely delicious. And the waiter was so excited that he actually gave us a free drink, not an alcoholic beverage, but like a free what is it called? I can't think, but like a soda, whatever the sodas are called. Yeah, so we got that. So we just headed out and got the salad. I enjoyed this salad bar probably more than the meat. Just take a moment to look at this. This is delicious. So on the left, the far left middle, there is the little cheese balls that they're famous for. In the middle is yuca, fried yuca, and these two delicious sauces. I don't know what was in those sauces, but they were so good. I start to put those two sauces on everything. And then in the far right middle, you have like your sauteed mushrooms, your garlic mashed potatoes with black beans, and your steamed seasoned rice. Oh man, so good. So this was my friend. She was doing karaoke. Unfortunately for me, that particular night, that was day 4. And day 4, I ended up getting seasick. Not a severe case like on some of my other cruises, but this particular cruise, I started to get the headache and the nausea. And unfortunately, she wanted me to come up there and sing with her, but I couldn't because I just had seasickness. And yeah, I could just record her and cheer her on, but I couldn't do much else. But as you can see, she was having a good time. Just found me a nice little spot to take a picture by the beautiful water. And then the next day, there's some more dining room food. We had a little appetizer, tostadas, and some corn grits with shrimp and some dessert. Now, this next video is one of the game shows. This is Battle of the Sexes. This is also one of the things that happens on pretty much every ship where they have like girls versus boys. Why can't I talk? Girls versus boys game. And this one was so funny. So technically the girls were kind of cheating, but you are supposed to put the apple in your neck and pass it to the next person, but you can only use your neck. You cannot use your hands like they're using right now, which is so funny to see them because it looks like they're kissing. But it was just so entertaining to watch, and I always like the Battle of the Sexes show on the cruises because it's just so entertaining. But as you can see, they are really trying hard and they still lost. That's the crazy part. This was one of the 90s party things on the deck, but it was a little too cold for me. Back to the buffet. So let me just tell you real quick, the pizza was the highlight of the buffet, mainly because in most cruises the pizza is in another section. It's not at the buffet. It's like outside by itself or downstairs or somewhere else. But the pizza was actually a part of the buffet, which made it even more delicious. Like literally anywhere that you went and you saw people with food on their plates, I don't care if they have a salad, Korean barbecue and rice, whatever they had, they also had a slice of pizza on there. Like that's how delicious the pizza was. And I've had pizza on most cruises, and trust me, they're all not good. But pretty much everything on that plate was good except for that mac and cheese. Here's some dessert. I tried a couple of different desserts. All of those were pretty terrible. So y'all got to check this out real quick. This is a roast beef dragon. Have you ever seen anything like that before? That's me in the elevator. Just went upstairs on the deck to get a little bit of sun, chill out for a little bit. Sometimes you just want to relax a little bit. And there you have it. The Vivid Dream was the last show that I went to. Apparently they had been having shows all night or every night, but I didn't know about it because I didn't know that was an actual show. I thought it was like a performance or something, but there you have it. We enjoyed it, and that was the cruise. Would I recommend Norwegian in the future? You know, this is my second time being with Norwegian, and the first time really wasn't that great. This time really wasn't that great either. This time was actually pretty terrible, especially since I invited someone to come and, you know, she had to experience that hell, you know, in the beginning. So I think I am going to either say no completely and never come back with Norwegian, or I would definitely, it'll probably be several years before I come back to Norwegian. It's just too much. And as we saw that they really didn't even offer much help when they were in the wrong. If you were ever going to Bermuda, just know that it's going to be a terrible process because the port is still not done. It's under construction still. But like I said, they're so greedy for money that they're already pushing out ships out of this port that's not finished. So it's causing so much chaos, causing so many people to be frustrated. And I just think that on Norwegian's part, like, they just need to do better.